Hello and welcome to our new show called Whole Me, a show built on the foundation of healing, deliverance, and restoration. I'm your host, Errineisha Taylor, and this is my lovely co-host, Misty Johnson, Julie Joseph, and Johnathan Hill. And we are just like you. We live life and go through daily issues that no one else wants to talk about on TV. So it's our job to bring light to it. We don't have it all together. We all are just trying to figure it out. So we believe that this show will help us out along the way on our journey to becoming whole.
So do you know that there are people who don't know what being whole is? Do y'all kind of know what whole is?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I have a pretty good perspective.
Okay.
For me, wholeness is really just being able to walk into the freeness of who you are, all that you are as yourself, all that you know yourself to be, and all that you're being called to be. It's not being bound by anything, not letting anything step in the way of where you're going.
Yeah.
Nothing can come in your path and make you stumble.
Yeah.
And if anything does, you're just going to get right back up and keep pushing. There's nothing that can make you question.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The grind, basically. Gotcha. Well, see, in my opinion, I feel like being whole is just a rebuttal for what you said. Basically, being comfortable with yourself and anything that you do. I believe when you have a gift, you're supposed to use it. Some people actually don't use their gift. See, when you're using your gift, that's also being whole with yourself.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
you're comfortable now. You're not worrying about anybody else on the outside. Peer pressure. That's the main key. So when you hold with yourself first, and then being whole with the man above, that's the all-time high of being whole.
Amen.
What your thoughts on that?
I totally agree with that. For me, I feel like being whole is being authentically you and doing it unapologetically as well. Not apologizing for who you are. Being comfortable, being sure, being confident, just doing you and not apologizing for it. Definitely.
Well, sure was my my big word that I was going to use for being whole, because I feel like when you're sure about yourself and everything, like y'all said, your giftings and the different things that you want to pursue in life and be in life, when you're sure about those things and you're confident, like Errineisha said, you can project that and people will pick it up. Because when things are off, you can feel it, and it feels awkward. So you can be in any space when you're whole, I believe.
And that's the thing, it bothers me the most because when I go around and I ask people, you know, do you feel like you're whole, or what does whole mean to you? People don't have an answer because nobody taught them what whole was. Nobody knew that whole was such a thing.
Yeah.
Nobody was taught to be comfortably them. You just walk around, you use the internet to build these images of yourself, and you become not you, but you become those people.
Someone else.
So that disturbed me a little.
So why do you think people get so frustrated when others fall in love with the persona rather than who they are as a person?
That's absolutely a good question.
I know. I can say from my own personal experiences, insert a lot of different situations. Basically, when you present what we call a representative to people, it's like the fake version of you.
Yes.
So it's like once you be that person for so long, it's hard to acclimate to who you are because you've already presented this. And so now you have to continue to build on this false persona or this identity. It's an identity crisis because you forget too. You forget who you are.
I feel like that's a good thing because also we have to go into it as just going into it and being yourself from the beginning. Whether people like you, whether they not like you, if you be yourself from the beginning of time and you started whatever you started in whatever field, then that lets them know, oh, I like this person. I like this person. Whether you get one person, two people, or three people, you got it honestly instead of being fake and doing it another way. You see what I'm saying? So I think doing it up front yourself, that's amazing. That's an amazing picture.
And I think that for me, it irritates me how people try to make the internet a bad thing. Like I just spoke about the internet, but the internet is not really bad. If you think about it, it has helped so many people get where they are.
Absolutely.
Yes,
But-
it has.
Right, and it's like you're not supposed to take the internet and try to become something else. you take those models of people and who they are and use it as examples to kind of feed off that inner gift that you already have, not duplicate
Just put your
it.
twist on
Just do your
That's the
own
one.
thing.
I think people get so wrapped up in the positive images they see on the internet, the glamour side of life, that like people aren't gonna post the sad times, the hurts, the pains, the inner battles and things like that on the internet. They really are.
That's true.
So it's like people are around here thinking like, oh dang, they're living it up, and here I am. So I'm gonna try to put on this front to be like I got it all together.
You know what that makes me think of? Like, I'm a mom, so you know we get on the internet and I post my cute pictures of my baby. Her name is Kennedy. And nobody sees Kennedy behind. They say, oh, she's so cute. Kennedy cuts up. I never post. I'm going to start posting this so the world can see.
The truth shall be revealed.
Exactly.
Girl, we know about the children.
Wow. So that's just, as we were talking about wholeness, I just thought about all this time, like what made me not be whole. For me, it wasn't that nobody ever taught me about being whole. I think about what stopped me personally from being whole. And I would say that what stopped me personally from being whole is fear. Fear has kept me bound for so long. Like just being afraid to just truly be me, knowing that I had the talents and everything displayed, getting intimidated by other people.
Right.
Really, again, like I said, knowing what I had in me, still getting intimidated and allowing fear to not help me walk out into the things that I wanted to do, or even thinking that the me that I am was good enough. Can y'all relate to that? Like,
Definitely.
what about that?
It's a process. I look at it for in my opinion. I feel like it's a process when you're dealing with that fear and that struggle and getting into it, developing that faith. Once you develop, because like you said earlier, you say you know what you're capable of, and I know everybody else can relate to that. We know exactly what we're capable of, but we're dealing with social media, outskirts, peer pressure, and everything like that. Instead of taking that jump and taking that leap into like, I'm just gonna go out here and do it. I don't have nothing to lose. I may succeed at what I'm doing. I'm not gonna. Once you get into what you really enjoy doing, it's gonna come a point in your life where you're not gonna even worry about what anybody else has to do. Oh, this person said this. Hey, it's all fine and dandy. We gonna roll.
Being God approved and not man approved.
Exactly.
Totally agree with that.
I think it can go both ways. I feel like some people can be so bound by their fears and insecurities and things, and they have the other influences like your family, people in your environment, so on and so forth, making you feel as though you're not good enough, or you're not capable of doing whatever it is you think you can do. And so I think that kind of, if you let that mentality overtake you, then you can become really, really held back, and then you don't even know what you're capable of to step out into that freeness and that wholeness of life and who you are. So it's
it goes both ways.
it goes
Absolutely.
I all of this is so true, and I really believe that that's why it's so important to have a relationship with God, because I know my family, everybody were big influences in my life, so their opinions really, really mattered to me, and it wasn't the purpose that God had for me. And so the fear of disappointing, the fear of my life turning into a direction that they weren't actually thinking it would, it started to attach to everything connected to my life. So it wasn't until I gained that relationship that he approved it, And
just to piggyback off of that, because it just popped in my spirit. When you gotta go by what he approves. A lot of us go by what our family approves, because we've been around them so long. We want to do right by them. It's our parents, so we want to do right by them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we have to follow in his footsteps and also work with what we have to do. Combine that to each other and do what God says. And it's going to have us do that. So that's another question I have. And why do you think we fear change?
Fear change.
What is the fear of it?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I feel like in my opinion, it's like be fear, and it all boils into the same thing. You know, that fear of just not being able. Peer pressure is the main key.
Mm-hmm.
That's in my opinion what I do. I'm like I talked to you before, getting into film. My fear, getting out the comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, they gonna do this, they gonna think this, they ain't gonna like this, they ain't gonna like that. Back to what you're saying. Same thing with the social media. Putting down with your daughter, regular pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she cheated up, and everything like that, but not seeing the behind scenes, the story of it.
It's rough.
You know, so what y'all guys
It's
do?
rough.
Just saying.
I think that I can say that a lot of people fear change because, I mean, it's very common, the fear of the unknown, or the fear of the what you have known, the fear of the past. You've walked out in a place of feeling comfortable, letting your guard down, and then boom, somebody hurt you.
Yeah.
Somebody disappointed
Yeah.
you. Somebody let you down. Somebody didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody didn't care. So
Right.
you get into that. For me, I know I got into that little ball where, since that person did that to me, everybody who coming behind that person gonna do that to me as well.
Right.
My expectations are very low because of I've been scarred, and I think a lot of people are afraid to admit that they've been scarred. I've been scarred. Go into the relationship like that.
Mhm.
I've been scarred, so I can't say that I can fully trust you like I need to. Give me some time to get there.
Right,
And I feel like that person will help catapult you and help you feel comfortable with that change. If you just come off the end saying that, like first date.
Especially if that person is for you, because I feel like
Yeah.
you have to be equally yoked. That person has to have something that you're missing so that it can bring the you that needs to come out and blossom it,
Right.
and you also important in them.
That scarring thing, I think that can be kind of touchy as well, because we as people do have a big fear of stating that we're scarred, but it's that also the fear of, when I state I'm scarred, are people going to think I'm too scarred? Are people going to think I'm too messed up? Are people going to think I'm too, I'm too this, I'm too that?
I'm just too.
I'm just
you
too.
can't- yeah.
I'm too.
The way you can't help them. They
And
be like,
So they're like, oh Lord, let me step back from you because you just too.
You too.
But see,
I can't rock with it.
I feel like that's what it leads back to wholeness, because even in your mess, something should be able to get through. It's like a sink that's clogged up, but the water is still going
Come on,
in it.
somebody. I like that.
The water, something is able to flow through. It's not all the way clogged to where the water is overbuilding and it's too much. It's all over the place. It's not a big mess, but it needs just a little something, oil or something to flow through it, and that's the oil that person gonna bring. And it's soon gonna get unclogged. But you aren't all the way messed up.
Right.
Because it's life.
It is. I think people have to respect the fact that somebody's even willing to state that they've been through X, Y, Z, that they've been broken, they've been hurt, they've
Honesty, yes.
been. Yeah, because we a lot of times take honesty as a weakness rather than a strength. It is a lot easier to put on that mask. It
Seriously.
is. It's a lot easier to put on that mask and say, oh, everything's all good, than to be like, you know what? Today was real rough. This year has been real rough. This month with our it's been rough. I've been through a lot, and I just need some help getting back to the me I know, or even better version of who that is.
That's like judgment, being judged.
Yeah.
That's why we don't say a lot of honest things. We'll come and have a conversation. Oh no, I'm good, I'm perfect, I'm great,
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. But deep down, like you say, we have scars. We want to tell somebody. We really do want to tell somebody. But the way society is and everything like that, they don't know about being whole. They don't know the meaning of healing and everything like that. Speak about it. Don't be afraid to share any situation that you got. I know it's we like, I don't want to share this. I don't want to share that because they're going to look at me a certain way. No, but that person may be going through exactly what you want to do or went through what you went through. So that's the purpose of being healed, being honest. Because as his soldiers, he's going to send us through this. Because we're here to help someone else. Anything that you want.
Absolutely. And I heard someone say not too long ago about it being like a scar, and then there's a bandage that you're putting over it. It's not really being healed properly. It's more like you're just putting a bandage over the wound. And then eventually the bandage is going to fall off, and then boom, you're exposed. What you gonna do now?
Right.
That type of situation.
Band-aids over things that need stitches, and you never about to get fixed.
That part
I
right
like
there.
that. I like that.
And
Absolutely.
Wow.
I think it's very funny and it's very ironic because so many people in this world are like toe up.
Oh, yes. Big toe up.
We're really messed up, and like we're so afraid to tell the next person that we're messed up, and that person is just as messed up, if not more. You know what I'm saying? We're all messed up, give or take the amount.
Right.
But we're so afraid to state it, and
Mhm.
it's like if we all stated it to one another, we could really have this whole community of healing, growth,
Go a long way.
just expansion of yourself.
Absolutely.
And when they say love is patient and love is kind, a lot of times, I know for me, I wouldn't open up because I felt as though it wasn't enough time or that person would reject what I was saying, if that makes sense. So I think that we have to really, really pay attention to the people that are around us and give them the time and open up that door for them to express themselves, because if not, they're going to keep it in, and you just don't know half of the things that going on a person's mind on a daily basis.
Right.
I know the things that go on my mind on rough days, so I can only imagine, and it takes those people around you to be accountable for your welfare, like, because you will really lose it.
Exactly.
And as we were talking about, I really can't stand the celebrity topic, but as we were talking about earlier, the masking and also the social media platforms and seeing things and believing that it's one thing and then it's really not.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't see that with the celebrities and the models of our time. A lot of people think that they're all good, they have it all down pat, they have it all figured out. And to be honest, they are the people who are the most scarred. Like, they are the most scarred. Like, they make great music, they do all these different things, but they have to be scarred in order to present that point, that pain in a good album, if you think about it like that.
Right.
But we don't see it like that. We see it as they living a life, they have all these material things, so they're good. But material things have never been the key to my happiness.
It's still human.
I'm
Ever.
about to say you can have a million. There's millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires who are miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Money
Absolutely.
has money. You can't pay your way or buy your way to happiness.
Mhm.
You have to find that stuff within. And I think we do get really wrapped up in the if I had more money, I'd be okay. We get wrapped up in the if I was able to buy this, if I was able to pay all of these bills, if I was able to do this and do that, then I'd be happy.
Mm-hmm.
When really you could be somebody living in somebody's forest somewhere, like with nothing but a cloth to cover themselves. It's like joyful beyond belief.
That really just made me think of something really just now.
Oh yeah.
I know that I used to go around asking this question all the time. I used to always say, what is it that will make you truly happy? And if I tell you how many people could not give me one answer of what will make them truly happy, just, it could have been anything. It could have been like, oh, this piece of, if I had a little more bread, not even money, like a real piece of money bread,
Right.
will make me happy. If I tell you people left that open space, they were like, I really don't know what makes me happy. And that really made me sad. It made me feel like, wow, like, why does somebody have to tell you what makes you happy? You've been living in your skin long enough. What makes you happy?
I remember
That's the
when you
thing.
asked me that question, and I didn't have an answer because I never thought about it. And a lot of times we don't think about it. We don't take the time to invest in ourselves, and that is the key to being whole. I mean, honestly, joy. Joy, if you have joy, when they say that in a song, if you have joy, you have everything. If you joyous, anything that comes your way breaks you down. I got a ticket on my car today at work. Guess what? I knew where I was coming today. I was excited about this. That was the level of joy. That was fulfilling to me. Venting about it wasn't going to change it. And, it wasn't, you know, for me it's joy. Having joy makes me happy.
Oh, wow.
Definitely.
It's a beautiful thing.
It really is. I remember being asked the same question, and I was just like,
Oh, so it was y'all two that I asked the question to y'all.
I was like,
My bad.
call me back and like.
Let me think about this real quick.
Right, I was like, I need some time. But truly, it's not even a material thing. It's really just finding a space to be truly free. If I was
Yes.
to be in a space where I can be myself unapologetically, without having to explain anything, without excuses. I don't have to tell you what I like. I don't have to tell you why I like something. I don't have to tell you why I don't. I don't have to do, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just me, living in my skin, living my life. I could have $1 million or I can have zero. And I would just be happy because I know who I am. I know where I'm going. I know what I want out of life.
I think with mine, I'm gonna be honest. When I first even heard that, I knew my answer: money. When I was young, first time. But as I got older, it's like I just want to be close to the man above. I want to be close to God, and that will bring me total happiness. Because at the same time, I could be doing anything, like you say with the accident. I mean, with the ticket. I got a ticket. Oh no, I'm fighting this. My day is messed up.
Right.
You know, from something that messed up. I'm like, well, why did this happen? You gonna ticket me? I'm like, this one parked sideways.
Because I was
His
coming
window
out.
halfway down, and his wheel turned out.
Wow.
I say, man, I'm straight. You gonna give me a ticket?
I'm joking.
You know, so when you get like that, to be able to have that much of faith in God and have a sound mind and spirit, to where anything negative that come your way, you like, it's all right, man. It's all right. I'm not even gonna worry about it.
I'm
gonna
so
go about my
happy.
day. That's my biggest blind, being closer to Him.
Amen.
And I'm happy you said something about sound mind. I was gonna get into that. Having peace should be the first answer that you say, that should come out of your mouth, that passes your lips. Peace brings me happiness, because when you're at peace, that means you're not concerned about a thing. Even if the storms are raging right now in your midst, you like, it's all good. Peace.
It is
Peace can land on top of anything. I don't have this, I'm still at peace.
Yeah.
I do have this, I'm still at peace.
Yeah.
Peace surpasses
it's a
all
process.
understanding.
See, a lot of people want to be there now. They want to be there now. I need peace now. This is a process.
It is. It's a
Need
process.
patience.
Yeah, and patience.
Ooh,
That's
patience.
a
Oh,
Patience.
should have said that one too.
took the right out my mouth. You heard what I was. Yep.
The PPs.
Definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
That's a good one. The PPs.
that's not it.
I need I need the PPs.
These teachers here. PPs.
The PPs.
No, but definitely, I always hear a lot of people from the older generation saying, y'all the microwave generation. Y'all want
Yes.
everything quick. Y'all need everything in a hurry. Y'all can't wait for nothing. And my mentor actually broke it down to me in a really cool way. She was like, y'all like to put a potato in the microwave because it'll be cooked faster, right? But if you take your time and put it in the oven, it'll be cooked all the way through. It'll be good. It'll be exactly the way you want. You put it in the microwave, now you have one side hot, one side cold, one side hard, one side burnt.
So
Yeah, and nothing is right. So you need to take that time to put that real effort into it and really let things marinate and cook through so you can get the result that you're looking for.
Wow, that's a
that's
really good
that's
message.
a wise woman right there.
That she is. But that's a really good message. When you said that, I thought about like childbirth. Like when a child, I've never had a child mom. Like I've never given birth. But I thought about like childbirth. The baby's in the oven and you have to wait this term of 9 to, this girl says 10 months.
So
It is.
But 9 months.
9 whole months.
9
Close
whole-
to 10.
9 whole months. Again, I ain't have no children, so look, I don't know. But the 9 months that I hear about, you gotta go that whole term so the baby can cook properly.
Yeah.
So you can have a nice and beautiful result. That's what I thought about when you said that. It's fully cooked. It's shouldn't even be saying cooked by the child, but
You got the bun in the oven.
but the
But you know what?
butter.
I'm so glad you said that about the baby because I know during my experience of being pregnant with Kenny, I wanted her to come because my back started hurting. Things started to shake up. I did. I was ready for it to come. My feet was swelling up. The process, like as I got closer to the birthing of her, the process got harder for me, and I was so excited about seeing what she was gonna look like. Was she gonna look like me? Was she gonna look like her dad? Was she really gonna be 9 pounds? It was just so many anticipated thoughts, and it was like, slow down, enjoy the ride because you're gonna be up all night. And it was a beautiful time, but it just don't rush your process. I won't. Don't rush your process.
That's the same as taking it back to being whole. It's the same way when you got all that going on and everything, the process, trusting everything. I mean, it's amazing. I feel sorry for y'all with kids have babies.
It's a beautiful thing.
It really is.
It's a representative.
When I tell you,
I wouldn't.
It's a beautiful thing. It is hard, but I do think that you learn as you go and you get equipped for it. And all the new things that you see your child do, it does have more pros than the cons. It does have its issues, but the end result is something new. I never experienced having kids. To see her say something new or see that different light in her, to see me in her, to even see God moving through her, it's on a whole nother level.
And just go back into that, like what I just had a crazy revelation about this the other day, that when you have a child, the child is not actually yours. Just follow me with this. The child is not yours. The child, you are simply the vessel in which the child was passed into this world, right? But to think about it, that you were chosen not only for this child to pass into this world, but to think that that child needed something specifically from you that they could only get from you, that God really gave you this person to help blossom. Like, that blew my mind on a whole other level. And like, it just gives you such a greater sense of responsibility, and not in a this is a weighty type of thing, but like pride, like dang, like I made it to the club, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's so funny you saying that, because I don't have children, but I had that revelation like so long ago, and I was like, so God, just saying like, you don't have nothing on me that you want passed on tonight. So that's how I felt. But I think motherhood is a beautiful thing. Again, they represent for the Moms Club. We don't have no kids, seen no kids.
It's coming.
I'm just like that.
Whether it's a natural birth or a spiritual one.
That's what I'm saying. When you get close to being whole, a lot of things are going to come your way. That's how you know you're getting close to that whole moment. Things are going to hit, like you were saying. You're getting tired, everything's swelling, and everything like that. That's the main thing. Okay, I'm here, and the process is almost at the end. You know, everything's at the end, because a lot of things come when you're right there at the door. Like, I'm almost here. The tunnel, I see the light. I'm here. Let me grab it. Hey, you got another roadblock. I'm like, you gave me another roadblock? I just had 2 yesterday. You know? But that's how you feel like you're getting closer to being whole, when you go through so much in one time, or in one day, or in 1 hour. That's how you know. Oh, I'm there. I'm almost done. Let me just take. Oh, there you go. I done tripped into it. You was gonna stop me, but I actually tripped into that.
That's crazy. So. Well, guys, this is our show, and we thank you so much for viewing us on today. We really hope that you got something from it. We had so much fun. Just sitting here having our little chat, and we'll see you again next week. Bye.